Hello everyone, welcome to the P's, Plants, Poetry, People and Places, and Prayer. My name is Louis T. Condrick. Tonight we're going to be talking about daylilies, but I do want to announce this. We will be having a new show in the future from the P's called The Plan. The Plan will deal with science, philosophy, business, the world, the environment, uh, math, God's plan for us, and how we treat each other. We'll talk about different things. But let's get right into daylilies. Hemerocalis. It's a Greek name, hemero, one day, callus, beauty. Usually plants are Latin. This is in Greek. Very closely related, Latin and Greek. Very easy to grow. Will live in all types of soil. Tolerant to hot and drought conditions. You can dig them up, hang them in a shed or garage upside down, plant them in the spring, and they will bloom again and produce again. Heights come 1 foot to 6 foot. The blooms last only for one day, but there are so many blooms that it lasts for months. The flowers come in colors of ivory and red to purple. Most common are yellow. Most you see are in yellow. This plant daylilies need full sun to partial shade. The more sun they have, the more flowers you'll have. If these plants are in full sun, rich in nutrient soil, which should be drained well. The plants could be planted in front, middle, rear of the garden, could be used as a border, edging, and sometimes for erosion control. Hemerocalis citrinia, 40 inches high, yellow flower daylily. Hemerocalis dumateria, 2 foot high, fragrant, golden orange flowers. Hemerocalis fulva, grows 4 foot high, a good spreader, double orange flowers. Hemerocalis lilio asphodelius, it's 3 foot high, fragrant yellow flowers. Hemerocalis middendorfi, 2 foot high, orange fragrant flowers. Hemerocalis minor, 2 foot high, yellow fragrant flowers. The blooms on this, like I said, last one day, but there are so many blooms that pop out of the plant, it could go on for months. These plants are very trouble-free, need very little maintenance. The flowers are trumpet shape. Throughout the years, bicolors have been developed. In other words, you could have double color in the flower. Hemerocalis hybridia stelladoria, 18-inch dwarf plant, whose yellow flowers will bloom up to 3 months. A good container plant. This stelladoria is a good container plant. These plants bloom throughout the summer months, June, July, and early August. Some types bloom even into September. These plants could be thick enough to control weed growth. If dividing plants, do not replant on a hot day. It should be done usually in the spring is the best time. Fertilize the plants with 12-12-12. Keep plant moist. Needs at least 6 hours of sunlight. The plant will produce less flowers and partial shade. Okay, they will live, you just get less flowers. Full sun will help the plant produce more flowers. Daylilies leaves are narrow, grass-like shape. Use leaf compost to feed plants, and so you can help feed the plants. You could leave daylilies up to 5 years before you have to divide them. Like I said, the flowers come yellow, melon, orange, pink, red, purple. Dividing plants in the spring is the best time. So this way the plant could grow through the summer and the fall. If you do it in the fall, you might lose the plants because the winter might kill it if it doesn't have enough time to grow and adapt to its new area. Trim plant back once the flowers and leaves start to die back. Great plant for rock gardens. Okay, that's daylilies, Hemericalis. Now, the poem I'm going to read you today is called A Tree and a Flower. A tree and a flower, two different kinds. They all work with a single mind. To keep the earth both lustrous and green, to make the air fresh and clean. The tree breathes two distinctive ways, exchanging gases for many years, 365 days. The flower brings beauty to the world. Cross-pollination, a seed forms that is hurled. All this is done to keep the species alive, to the wonders of a bee and its hive. Finally, I ask God for my sake, for me to see trees and flowers when I wake. And that's trees and flowers. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about peoples and places. We need to add beauty to our country. Flowers bring beauty, bring peace, tranquility to the mind. The more flowers, the better off society is. We got enough bad things we see in this world with homeless and drug addiction and gangbang and everything. We need some things of beauty and some things that bring peace to a mind. We need to bring happiness to the world. Plant flowers, plant trees. Flowers bring beauty. Trees will filter the air and keep the earth clean, and the earth will keep going. We do not need to provide people with needles, greed, and drugs. We need to do what Christ said, show love to one another. That is a way of showing love, is through flowers and through trees. I ask you this. If your cousin, uncle, relative, neighbor, friend stole from you, lied to you, cheated you, you would be mad. You would be very angry. Actually, you'd be angry. Animals get mad. Yet politicians do it every day, and we accept it. I don't accept it. You accept it, all right? I don't accept this at all, this whole way of them thinking. Sometimes I wonder if the majority of the population is on drugs. It's sad, very sad. You let people in political positions that we elect cheat us, rob us, they tell us things they never do. In fact, Trump was the only one that did things they said he would do. That's why they got rid of him, because he was the spoiler of the whole game. They're freaking all robbing us. You got people living on the streets, they're supplying needles. They want to legalize drugs. They legalize gambling. They provide all kinds of disease. Gambling is a disease. Trust me, I know. I know a lot about it, a lot of personal reasons too. A lot of things I've seen in my life I just don't want to get into. Drugs are a disease. All right, there's all kinds of drugs. This stuff about marijuana. Yeah, 6 months they're doing hash. 8 months they're snorting coke. 2 years you're doing meth, opium. You go to parties and college parties. You try different things. It's out there and it's done. Please give me a break. People argue with me all the time. They say, "Oh, well, I never did that." Yeah, maybe you did, but the majority of people do. My prayer tonight: I love you, God. I love you, Christ. Protect me and my family. Protect us from disease. Protect the world. Educate the world. Educate people. Let's stop war. Let's try to live with one another. Try to better the world for what it needs. We have a lot of opportunities. We have a whole universe we could go to. Yeah, we're so worried about what we have in a bank and stock markets. People are idiots. You really are. Don't let it all end. Amen. God bless yous. Don't forget to watch when a peak introduces the plan. Goodbye, good luck, and signing off.